Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, and now we are going to be starting a series of lectures regarding PHP, and I'm going to start with basics, and then we are going to learn advanced concepts of PHP. So you have to stay tuned. In each and every video I'm going to be explaining different concepts of PHP, and to get notifications of whenever I upload a video, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. So let's get started. Fetch the data. See, this is the form slash form, right? You can write it as it is. Form method is equal to post action. What is your name? Input type is equal to text. It means text box is created. Input type is equal to submit. It means a button is being created. And then what we are going to do, action is equal to form test2.php. So here is form test2.php, example 12-2. So here we are going to access each and every value. How? If is set. The is set function is basically used to check whether you have entered a value inside a form field. For example, if the text box has a value is set, will return true. If you haven't given any value inside the text box, it will result in false. If you haven't if you have clicked a radio button, it will return true. If you haven't clicked the radio button, it will return false, and so on. So is set, this thing is very important. We have used a special variable $_post. Why we have used post? Because here the method was post. If the method is get, we will use here get in caps lock on. Okay, and what is this name? Name means from here, the name of text box. So this will help you access the value of whatever is inside the text box. So if the user has entered something in the text box, in the name variable, save the value that user has entered. Otherwise, you will give name is not entered, and so on. So this is how you basically handle different values of a text box. So this is how it will happen, your name, and then when you submit, it will go to another file and it will get your name, and so on and so forth. You can also give default values like this: input type is equal to text, name is equal to rate, value is equal to 6. So when you run this form inside the text box, 6 will automatically be written right here. See, we gave the value 6. You can see right here 6 is already there. So as I told you before, that we have in forms text boxes, input type is equal to text. This has already been done. This is the same as HTML, so I would not repeat that. But the thing is that how do we would access these values? Simple. If you want to access, for example, if you want to access the value of this text area, you will simply write underscore post in brackets. What you will do, what is the name? Name is name. So with the help of this, you will access the value, and you can put it in another variable, names. So this is how you will access the value. Now why I have given name? The name of this text area is name. So that's why I wrote name over there. Right? Names is equal to $_post name. This is how you will get the value. Sorry, it should be in single quotes. This name. This is how you are going to access the value. Then we have checkboxes. Checkboxes are right here, and for example, we have made a checkbox here. We have 3 checkboxes. Vanilla, input type is equal to checkbox, name is equal to ice. Input type is equal to checkbox, name is equal to ice. The name of all 3 checkboxes is ice. But how you will differentiate? You will differentiate by the value. If you click vanilla, first one, the value would be vanilla. Otherwise chocolate, this is clicked strawberry. So how would I access the values? Simply again, I would have to write if, for example, I want to check that what user has basically clicked. So I will write a variable click is equal to post. What is the name? Name is ice. So I can simply echo click. So this is how whatever the checkbox is clicked, it will be displayed. If first one is clicked, vanilla will be displayed. If chocolate is clicked, chocolate will be displayed, and so I have a problem. If we select or click only one checkbox, then it will display alright. But if we click more than one checkboxes, it will only display the checkbox which is lately or recently selected. So what we have to do, we simply have to give the name ice in the form of array. Ice in the form of array. Ice in the form of array. So when we print, what we are going to use is this one. This will access the value as only in the form of an array. And how we will print it? We will print it like this. We will use for each. For each is another very important type of loop. When you don't know that how many iterations should be performed, when you don't know the size of the array, then you use for each, because in that you don't have to give the starting values or ending values. Simply you declare a variable, this is ice, as item. And what is ice? We know that already. Ice is right here. We have initialized ice with this post ice, and how we would access? We will place ice inside item, then we will echo item. This is first index, then it has 3 items. It will run again, it will place here and display the other index. Then it will run again until all the indexes are reached. For example, we have clicked 2 checkboxes. This loop will run 2 times and display the value of the checkboxes that were clicked. If we have clicked 3 checkboxes, this will run 3 times, and so on. For the radio buttons, there is no issue. You don't have to create an array. Why? Because of the fact that only one radio button can be clicked. Secondly, important thing is that it would be recognized with its value. Value is equal to 1, value is equal to 2 and 3. And checked is equal to checked means that this particular checkbox will be checked when you run your file. So if I, this is the output. I have clicked this second one, and if I want to print the value of this one, I want to print also what user has typed. So what I'm going to do, I'm simply going to get the value. Sometimes you need to know what user has pressed, what the selection of your user. So what was the name of this checkbox? Time. So we will give here time, and then we will echo typed. Right, so here if you have clicked this, what will be printed? Its value is, the second one value is 2. So 2 will be printed. If a user has clicked this, 3 will be printed. Why? Because its value is 3. So you have to be very careful about the value. If you have made 2 checkboxes, one is for female, one is for male, so you should give the values here male and female, so that if you want to save it in the database, or if you want to know what the user selected, you can access the value, its value, by this value attribute. Discussing the drop down menu list, which is right here: vegetable, peas, banana, carrot, cabbage. Select, we will use. The name of the select list is veg. Its size is 5, that is, it will have 5 elements. Multiple is equal to multiple, that you can have multiple selections, and these are the list of options. So right here we are giving option value is equal to peas, option value is equal to beans, carrot, cabbage. All these are saved with the value. So if the user has selected peas, the value will help us to select. Here, how would we display what the user has selected? Again, we are going to display a variable. For example, a is equal to underscore post semicolon, and here we are. For example, the name is veg, and then again echo $a. So whatever you have selected, its value, for example, if you have selected this peas option, its value peas will be displayed, stored in A and then displayed. It's as easy as this. So next what we have, next we have the submit button. The submit button is very important, because when this button is clicked, then your data is submitted and you go to the next page or the same page, and so on. So this button is very important. You can also have multiple submit buttons. For example, if you have multiple submit buttons, input type is equal to like this. From here, input type is equal to submit. Then we have again type is equal to submit. Its name is equal to btn1 and its name is equal to for example is equal to btn2. So how would we know that which button was clicked? So we will use is set in brackets post name, what is the name? btn1. So here is the condition. Inside we can give, for example, when a first button is clicked, we want to display a page or we want to echo for example welcome. So what we will do, if first button is clicked, we are checking from here is set post btn1 echo welcome, else echo cancel. For example, if you want to do like this, so you can do it like this. If you want to give different functionality to different buttons, and this is how you would do. You would just simply use the isset button isset function to give to tell which button was clicked and perform whatever action accordingly.